Hello everyone, welcome to jobskillshare.org. This is a course summary video for our help desk support entry level to specialist. In our course summary video, we basically go over everything in the course. So then you are coming after 3 months or you are a brand new student would like to know what is covered in this course. You can watch this video and decide if it's something that you would like to spend your time on. In our description, basically, we this course target everyone that either want to start a career in IT as an entry level IT person. So you could have different titles. You could have title like user support technician, desktop support technician, help desk support analyst, help desk analyst, computer specialist, IT support tech. You can have all these titles, but the main thing about the job will be like an entry level IT support type of job. So this is what we are covering here. We also use external resources in this course. One of the most important thing in IT is how to find information, quality information, and we do that for you. So this saves you a lot of time, and that is probably very important in any IT field. To know how to find quality information. So we do that for you. We put it in this course in a way that is kind of like, related to the sections and the topics we are discussing. This course is over 50 lectures. It's a very big course and it's over 50 hours. So this is the reason we're doing this video, to kind of summarize everything that we have done so far in this course. So let's go ahead and click on continue and quickly summarize our sections. The first section is before you start. It is about the course, as I discussed, the titles, what is covered in this course. This is just an overview, and the target audience for this course is the entry-level IT students, anyone who is changing career to IT, or IT professionals who would like to learn a little bit more advanced skills in corporate help desk type of environment. So maybe you're already having a very good skills with computers, like in a computer shop, or you work somewhere Best Buy and you love the computer, but you would like to kind of get the job in a business environment as a help desk. So it's a little different than working in a shop, but you still have skills. So maybe this course will be for you. This course is free to learn. As you guys can see, the price tag on this course is free. Um, and you can see this course outside. If you guys do a little research on just small course, hands-on course, usually they're not available to public. They're corporate type of courses where people buy that when you have a job, then a company pay for it. They usually cost $3,000, $2,000 for 4 or 3 days of type of courses, and they probably will cover even not even half of this, the things that we have covered in this course. This course is built on experience. This course took us very long time. So this is a day-to-day experience that we have basically learned, and we turned it to a learning type of materials for you guys. So we didn't do a lot of, like, editing like pros and everything, but we just kind of show you the real stuff, real cameras, sometimes even taking a video on a cell phone, to kind of give you a real world feeling that this is what you're going to be expecting when you get out from this course. So you are so ready that you think that yeah, this is something you have already done before. So this is the introduction videos. Some of the videos might show jobskillshare.com. This is the older platform that we were using before, so we turned it into jobskillshare.org, and now sometimes you might see a little different screen. But when you basically move forward a little bit, the videos, they're showing the websites, but the concept is the same. They haven't changed a lot. When something changed a lot, then we make a new video for that. Then what we did in the next section is basically kind of like what services we provide on this site. So for example, we have live training, we have recorded advice videos for people who are paying for this courses, like the membership stuff. Not for this course is free, but the certificate for this course is not free, or and other services and some special courses are not free. For that, you can look at the membership levels and you'll find out what's covered in membership plus. Just a summary, it covers certificates, projects, grading, points, and other special courses that we are just making for membership plus members. We have another service which is live video for it is not live, it's actually recorded video based on your resume. When you send us something about yourself, and you just kind of explain where you are, and we take that time out and make a special video just for you, and that is also another service. Moving on, all in one scenario. Here we put a example company. The way we start this course is we give you an example of a company where you will be kind of learning everything. Help this. It's not about just, taking a call and say, "This is help desk. How can I help you?" And then you kind of like do your troubleshooting from there. You have to go to printers. You have to go to the people offices. You have to troubleshoot with sometimes even switches and wiring, and that's kind of like the corporate level help desk job, where you will be touching every single department in a very entry level way. So you could be even working with networking engineers with a basic level of troubleshooting. They would have shown you some of the things, and you do that. And then if the call is kind of a little bit out of your skill reach, then you assign it to them. So we try to like cover everything just like you will be doing it in a corporate environment or business level IT technician. So this is why we gave this example of this picture that this is you, and you have to deal with a lot of technologies right here. So we kind of take the course from there. Okay, then we have real world scenarios. This is probably one of the most powerful sections in this course. Is that we basically show you exactly real world calls, and we tell you that, okay, this is a call and this is the solution in the video. There's another call and this is another solution in the video. This is a different call and this is the screenshot of how we resolve this call. So we tell you that we get calls by emails, we get calls by phone, we get calls by ticketing system, and the real world scenario is kind of like give you a very quick hands-on, um, um, this is something that you will be doing at work. So if you were a student and you're spending 4 years to go for some kind of education in IT, and let's say you come back here and you see all this stuff, and this is what you were preparing yourself for, then that gives you a very confident, your confidence level goes really good, because now you're looking at what you're going to be doing after that education. Or you could decide is maybe this is not your education. You don't want to spend 4 years to do this stuff, or you could just finish this course and do this stuff even not spending that 4 years. So that's a little different story right there. But this real world scenario is a very powerful scenario, because then you can see exactly what you will be doing at work, and our courses are, like I said, based on real world scenarios. All right, moving on quickly, then we have communication skills. This is basically external videos that we are going to be putting right there. So as you can see, there's an external YouTube video. We find that it's better for you guys to watch this video because it shows you soft skills and you need that over the phone and stuff like that. Help desk operations. Then there's a little book that you need to basically read. We can add a video. We'll probably add a video later stages, but at this point you can click on this little book and it'll show you some of the text-based operations. Skills for computer troubleshooting, and here is another site external resource that we showed you guys with Professor Messer. A lot of videos about troubleshooting and in a very nice way. Then we have advanced troubleshooting. Basically we showed you exactly what we do and what kind of tools can you use to do advanced troubleshooting. So then that's kind of give you a nice hands-on scenario right there. Virtualization, we went through virtualization, what is the basic of virtualization and some of the real world related calls with virtual stuff. You might be working on VMware to restart machines, to kind of look at logs, and then if there's an issue you can tell the system admin and things like that. Active Directory training is probably one of the famous trainings on our YouTube channel or over here on the site. You basically learn about how to add users, how to delete users, how to rename users, how to, when they change a department, when they get locked out, how do you reset that. All these type of basic calls are daily based calls, and we discuss that in Active Directory, and we have a special course on Active Directory. IT documentation, where you need, as a help desk, you need to create some type of documentation for your staff members, and we discussed that, how can you create documentation and what type of calls you might be getting related to documentation. Outlook emails and web filters, how to fix Outlook problems. Outlook is probably one of the most important email client on your desktops, when the users use this daily, every day, almost every hour you will see some, not every hour, but you will see some type of Outlook calls very more often, and then how to troubleshoot Outlook issues. We basically discussed that over here. Microsoft 2013 and in Office 365, we have videos and external materials in that. And since people are moving towards Office 365, we also have a special course for that. But just basic calls, just like Active Directory, you will be getting calls to add people into Office 365, renaming, adding, and all that kind of stuff. The same way in Active Directory, you will see it right here. Even online emails are over here also, so you might be doing troubleshooting on that also. Browser is very common thing that everybody use, and every user can get stuck somewhere in browsers, caching and stuff like that. So we teach you how to do basic kind of calls. When someone call you, they're saying that this site that they're going through is throwing an error. Maybe there's something wrong with the proxy. Something happened to the browser. It got hijacked, and there's a proxy problem. Something got entered in that. So how to troubleshoot that, how to clean a browser. Just normal cleaning of the browser can fix a lot of issues, so we show you that. Basic web server portal training. So this is kind of, this might not be your call, but this is a little bit advanced stuff. So IIS server, we talked about that. If there's a site running, and then you're the first person you go to the job, you're the first person in the morning, and they teach you some stuff in IIS, how to restart an IIS server. We kind of basically go over that kind of calls in this section. Software installation and deployment is another big one for help desk guys. You might get called for basic installation when people get a prompt because they don't have an admin password. They can do it themselves, but that's not their job, so they will call you. So then you need to know how to properly install a software and how to uninstall the software. Then we show you some advanced skills on how to use other tools to deploy software to multiple computers. So your project is to install 2016 Office on 300, 400 computers. Then how do you do that using tools like PDQ, SCCM? We go over that. Desktop imaging is another big one for help desk guys. So every time in a corporate and business level environment, people buy desktops every 3 years or every 2 years. They might get 80, 100, 200 computers at once. So this is very hard work if you don't know how to do imaging and or deploying it through some software like the full image. And we talked about imaging term, how to use one computer, take an image out of it, and deploy it to about 100, 200, 300 computers using very, very different tools over here. So we kind of give you a very hands-on experience right here in this section. Device inventory reports and more. Now, one of the other important part will be like, your manager will come to you and say, how many desktops do we have? How many desktops with 32 bits or 64 bits computer do we have in this whole building? So if you don't know how to do inventory, you'll probably go into the computers one by one, and that's kind of really hard to do, right? So you need to know how to inventory, use some kind of software to take the inventory. In one click, you can find out how many desktops, how many Dell desktops, how many HP desktops, how many 32-bit, 64-bit. All these type of reportings can be done through some type of inventory systems, and we use Spiceworks, we use PDQ, we use different tools to show you in this section how to do that. File and share and access. These are basic calls that you're going to get with different type of companies using different type of files and share access servers. So let's say you're probably working with a Windows server. There's a Windows server. Everybody's saving everything on that Windows server, and somebody will call you. Oh, there's a new person starting tomorrow. Please, can you give the access to this folder? So you need to know how to give the access to that folder and add that user and basic calls like that. We covered that in this section. Networking is something that we have added Professor Mesa videos in this good for learning operating system. We basically added like some kind of tool to how to patch these operating systems. So once you install it, somebody will call you that my computer needs an updating. Can you guys come and update it? So now it's really hard to just kind of manually go and update things. You can just use one tool to patch my PC and just say, okay, you know what, click, and then done. You have patched the whole computer in 2 clicks without going to any vendors like Adobe or any of these big sites and trying to downloading and then manually is a really hard work. Printers, we kind of show you the real world scenarios. Professor Messer, operational procedure. We basically show you physical side of the work too. So we'll take a video camera and then show you exactly what's happening and what kind of things you could be working on. It's not just about troubleshooting and installing in software and all that. It's about other things too, like projectors, like maybe looking at some wires. People are bringing their laptops, plugging into your projectors, and other things can also be a part of your job. So we kind of show that in this section. mobile and other devices, we know people are bringing so many different devices, BYOD, and other things like cell phones, every single thing. I mean, there's so many mobile devices now. So we kind of touched that over here in this section. Security is another important one. We talked about firewalls. We talk about antivirus. So you could be at least doing not server level maintenance on these antivirus servers, but maybe you'll have access to the server where you can push the client to the machine when you have a new person starting. You build the machine, and now it's time to make sure it's safe. Then you will push it out to that computer. You can install it directly. So we kind of like go over a scenario over here. Remote help and VPN is another big one. People, if you're working in a company, I'm sure they will have people that do telecommuting, and they'll call you. Do you have any documentation for VPN installation? Then you'll say, oh yeah, we have it right here. Or you'll get a call. Can you install a VPN on my computer? I'm having trouble. Then these type of calls. Then what do you use to get to their machines from your machine? And that type of calls are covered in this section. Basic OS walkthrough. We talked about Windows 10 is now almost going to be everywhere. We talk about Windows 10 basic stuff over here, and even Windows Server 2012. You might need to get on it sometimes as a help desk person to do some basic stuff. Projects, like I said, this is for Membership Plus members. When people finish this, they get a certificate. And at the end, we have here success stories, and let's click on that. And in this success stories, these are the people who have done all of this. They have done all of this, and then some people from YouTube came back and replied and shared their one of the wonderful information that I could get. How did they get the jobs, and what kind of interview questions they got. So these are all of the responses from people here. You can go all the way. My first round, second round, third round, Hamza, first round. These are the questions that I got from people in interview, and people are still sharing that with us. So wonderful calls, guys. If you guys are into a help desk side of you guys want to do the entry level job, then this is it. This is the most detailed course you'll find on internet for free. If you do find something for free like this, let me know, and I'll actually share that with in this course, because I like to share all that information if it's free. So I will do another video on different courses. This is for help desk support level course. I'll see you guys in a different video. Thank you.